HR professional, you need to be fair and just. Don't compare your kid with somebody else. You do your job, rewards will automatically follow. Money is not the prime thing in this world. Be ethical to build a strong nation, build a strong society. Hi, this is Chandru. Keep watching HR Lens, the leader's view.
Welcome to HR Lens, the leader's view. We are so happy to have Mr. Chandrasekar Chenniappan for this show. To start with, can we have a small intro from Mr. Chandrasekar?
Thanks, Charles, for getting me onto this HR Lens leader's view. I think this is a fantastic program which gives us an opportunity to speak to people and share our views. So just to give you a quick introduction, I mean, as you know, basically a life science graduate, postgraduate, then did a management program on hospital management, then moved into the HR side, specialized in HR, and have been in the industry now.
What is the key feedback you would like to share to students, who are pursuing first year or final year or in mid of their engineering or arts or any course?
So let me take it from what I have gone through as a journey, right? So if you look at my academics and my career, for that matter, I have literally wasted 2 years in my studies. I shouldn't have done my MSc zoology, for that matter.
Okay.
Right? I could have done an MBA. I could have been ahead of the curve by 2 years into the system, right? So, but the realization on what is your calling, what is your passion, what is your strength came a little late for me, right? So today, I would say that, I mean, for the students, for that matter, they need to quickly identify what their real interest is and not do things for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
And you need to figure it out very quickly. Take the help of your academic counselors or your professors or your seniors, for that matter, and make that right choice immediately. As early as you do, I think you have an advantage and you have an edge. So it's like they keep saying, right? You invest, do your SIP, your systemic investment plan, start early so that you have the returns. Your returns are big. So the more you delay, your returns get diminished. So that's one thing which for the students. Yeah. Likewise, you should have the ability to convince your parents that this is what is my calling and this is where I would like to do, with a credible information and support. That's what you need to do to your parents. And for the parents, for that matter, don't compare your kid with somebody else, because this is very important. Each one is unique, but at the same time, don't forget to take a stick when something is going wrong. Don't give them too much of freedom. Rather, you need to behave like a friend, so that you need to understand them better and put them to the right track. And don't force things because somebody else is doing, my neighbor's child is doing, so I don't want to see my child in the same way. Rather, you identify what your child is good at and then encourage that. So that is important. And these are two things. Once this blend happens, when this meeting point happens, I think things are going to move forward for both the students and the parents as well.
And when we see, a few years back, employees used to stay with their first organization, minimum 5-10 years and so on. And when I started my journey, people said 5 years or minimum 3 to 5 years. And today, if we see 1 year itself, it's a big miracle, which we see from freshers. What is the message you want to? Yes, change. We are living in a digital fast world, but what is the message?
So I always keep saying, right, the moment you don't feel like waking up on a Monday morning and getting on to your work, right, fully charged, I think either there's something wrong with you or there's something wrong with the place where you work. You'll have to take a call on that particular day. So today, companies also have got into the mode of a hire and fire kind of a model, right? So I don't see it as a big issue when people stay for 1 year and then they move on to another company. Rather, I would want to say, what is that you have done in that 1 year? Whether you are given your full fullest potential to the organization, whether you've contributed to the organization, and what is the needle movement which you have done in the organization.
What is the value add?
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? The moment you fathom that, then I think, then you can take a call whether you have done justice to it or not, right? And if you're unhappy with the place, if you're unhappy with the job, don't stick on. Rather be upfront and try to move forward, because you are going to corrupt the whole environment. You're going to pollute the whole environment and spoil the system, right? So I think wherever you are, give your 100%, be committed, and the moment you feel that it's not working for you, I think be upfront, be honest to yourself and to your organization, and start taking a decision.
Interesting. It is not the duration matters, it is
Exactly.
the value what
Exactly.
we create in our organization.
Absolutely.
Wonderful point, sir. How did you gel with the team? Today, employees don't leave the organization. They leave the boss. And today you have been a key influential person, and the relationship continues.
I think I'm blessed to have such wonderful people surrounding me. I mean, I think it's truly by providence where I got such wonderful people to be surrounded. I would like to thank the Almighty for that, right? At the same time, right, so it is what you give, the space which you give to your colleagues and your team members, and you stand up for them for the right thing. And as I told you, it's not only being fair and just, whereas you appear to be fair and just in front of everybody. That is an important quality, right? Where you build your credibility in that manner, and that brings you a lot of people around you. And you stand up for your team. If it is right, you stand up for them. And if it is wrong, you don't hesitate to reprimand them. And you need to understand each one's strengths, and you need to make them successful in their own ways. And you need to know how to, I wouldn't say extract would be a very wrong word, rather try to bring out the best of each individual so that they become successful. And the moment they become successful, each one of them in your team, you become successful as the leader of the team. And for any success for that matter, you put your team in front for recognition. And if there is a screw up in the issue, you stand up and you own it up. I think that is what will bring you more people into it, and give them the space and give them the freedom to operate. And don't be nitpicking and don't be monitoring them day in and day out. Rather, be a coach, be a mentor, be a well-wisher and a guide. I think you build that relationships which are everlasting, and you continue to do that.
Interesting. Building relationship, building trust within the team members, and inspiring people. And the final message for the budding professionals who are currently in the industry, maybe as a fresher or as a junior person.
I think corporate world is a kind of, it's a jungle, okay? So what do you do in a jungle? You need to be protected, you need to be careful, you need to be on your toes. It's not a treadmill, rather it's a marathon. You keep running, right? Do things, be committed, be loyal, be ethical for that matter, be ethical. Today we have lost the word ethics is going down day by day. Rather, that's very important. Be ethical to build a strong nation, build a strong society, right? So be committed, be true to what you do, be focused on what you're doing, and be abreast of what is happening in your field, right? And stand up for things which are right, and believe in your conscience and do as per your conscience, right? And be sincere and committed. So that's the message which I would like to give for all the budding professionals who are already into the corporate world.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for taking time in spite of your busy schedule. We are so happy, and I'm sure people who are watching this video will be truly inspired